What's up, guys? 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 It's a beautiful feeling. As I said, I've been sick for 3 weeks, so my voice been a little hoarse. You get me? Still trying to get back to that place that it was before, but I'm not gonna wait no longer. I'm just gonna go ahead and start reactive videos because I love to do this old YouTube stuff. So with all of that said, guys, we are back and I'm excited. You know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. With all of that said, guys, let's get into the video. No wasting bumbleclad time. Let's get into it. Never tell a lie. I ain't lying.
Really need to go 50-50 though? If we're being honest, do we really have to go 50-50? Because the way that the modern day woman is set up, they're conditioned to be so self-sufficient. They really can pay their bills themselves. At least the women I know.
I'm not gonna waste no time, guys. I don't know what the bumble ass clat she's talking about. Not because you are making a whole lot of money as a woman. What the fuck that have to do with 50-50? 50-50 is common senses. That's what 50-50 is. It's common senses. 50-50 is you save some money, me save some money. And what common sense is for? Is for blood clot rainy day. That's what it's for. You save some money, me save some money. It's 2025. Ladies are making more money and even men. Okay? So that's the reason why 50-50 makes sense. It makes sense because this is not back in the days where a man just provide for his wife and his kids because she's at home. You ladies are working now. And because you are working now, 50-50 is fine. Why take all of your money and pay all of the bills when you could have a man in your life that you love? Remember, that's just the way God created. God created man and woman. So because you are making a lot of money, you don't supposed to see yourself want to have a man in your life. You are making money, I'm making money. It shouldn't be no issue with both of us going 50-50. It shouldn't be no issue because it's not like you're at home being a wife taking care of the kids. That's a whole different blood clad story. But you have a job. So because you have a job, that's the reason why it's okay for us to do 50-50. But no, you don't want to do 50-50 with your man. You rather live with your cats and your dogs and your dildo. You rather that over going 50-50 with your man that you can sleep with at night. You can eat together. You can go on trips together because you are saving a lot of money together. Boys, I'm telling you about these fucking birds. They never make sense the way they speak. Every time they speak, boys, it's just like a whole bunch of bullshit coming from their mouth. 50-50, there is nothing wrong with it. But these independent bumbleclad woman, these independent woman, they speak on 50-50 like it's a crime for a man and his wife or his girlfriend to go 50-50. If you're a girl out there, don't listen to ladies like these. You will end up with cats and dogs. Or you will be the girl that have the man just come over and bang bang bang. You will be the girl that independent that's so independent to where I'm like, I don't need no man. If he cannot pay all the bills, I ain't gonna go no 50-50. But these same ladies that speak and they ain't gonna go 50-50. Do you know how they live? Let me tell you exactly how they live. How they live is they're independent. They're independent, but they have men come over to their little independent house, bang bang bang, and leave them in that house, bang bang bang, and leave them in that blood clad independent house by themselves. They rather live like that when they could just go 50-50 and have the man in the house bang 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 every day. But they don't choose to live like that. These independent women, they don't choose to live like that. They choose to just have men coming in and out. They will say otherwise. They will say otherwise. They will be like, I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm gonna pay all of my bills by myself and have man come in and out. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I can be a woman to pay all my bills by myself, and I don't have to think about having a man. They are liars. They don't have no man of their own. Most of these independent women, they don't have no man of their own. I know that from experience. Believe me when I tell you, they don't have no man of their own. It's very sad, boys. But let's get back into the video. But these women are very ignorant and they're very foolish, and clearly they don't think. Because if you split the bill 50-50, you saving money and me saving money. But what they want you to spend all of your money and they save all of them money. That's what they want. But boys, don't be fooled. This ain't back in the blood clot days. As long as you have a job and you have a job, 50-50 should be something that I believe it should just happen. Yeah, I believe it should just happen. So don't be fooled by these pretty face and these soft-spoken ladies talking about why would I go 50-50. You go 50-50, 50-50 because at the end of the day, you get to save money. You get to save money and me get to save money. Don't look out for yourself. Look out for your man too. Like, babe, I make money too. So because I make money and you make money, let's meet in the middle so you can save a lot of money and me can save a lot of money. But these ladies, they're very selfish. They want to make a whole lot of money and you make a whole lot of money and you are the one paying all the blood clot bills. Like this is back in the days. This ain't no back in the blood clot days. It's 2025. Whenever you get on the freeway in the morning, it's nothing but ladies going to work in their nice Benz truck, Benz car, whatever the blood clot they're driving. But they're on the freeway going to work to go and do what? They're on the freeway going to do what? Go and make money. So don't be fooled and listen to no woman telling you bullshit about I rather live by myself before I go 50-50. Go ahead, live by yourself and don't go 50-50 and pay all the bills by yourself and save no fucking money. Let's get back into the video, boys. These girls have no brain. They're birds. That's the reason why they think the way they think. They're birds.
So do we really have to even go 50-50?
Well, it's not about do you have to go 50-50.
No brain.
It's about do you want to go 50-50, right? Women, if they're being honest to themselves, they don't want to go 50-50. Like if you had a choice, you gave the woman an option between guy A or guy B, they both are equivalent in looks, finances, status, everything, they're equivalent. But one guy, well, they're not equivalent in finances. One guy, makes a lot of money where he's going to pay for all the bills. The other guy, he makes, just enough money where in order for y'all to survive, y'all got to go 50-50. All women, if they had a choice, would choose guy A that can fully financially provide for them. Because women, from a biological standpoint, you want security, right?
That's true.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of look at it. But what other things maybe that you disagree with that you seen on a show? Maybe we can get into a discussion about something else here.
I don't know. Some of those clips are terrible. You go in on those girls. They're crying. I'll give you one that I saw.
Okay.
It was an episode that you had. It was a young lady on the show. I can't remember how y'all got to the conversation, but you just tore her to pieces. You was like, oh, well, you're mad because a guy doesn't want to date you because you're overweight. Do you remember that light-skinned girl, curly hair?
Did she cry?
Yes, she did.
Okay, so that's one of the clips that you kind of don't agree with, or what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think that you were a little bit harsh.
Harsh by telling the truth?
Okay. How about, we go ahead and play the clip, and we get your reaction from it. How about that?
Please.
All right, cool. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. Men don't care about women's money. We don't care about women's competence. We don't care about women's height. We don't care about all the things that you care about in a man. Attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So you became the man that you want. So all these other guys that you're meeting, they don't qualify for you. But the only guy that did meet your standards, guess what? You didn't qualify for him.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size.
You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only going to base us based off our height.
Exactly.
I'm 6'4", he's 5'8".
I didn't judge his character.
But okay, but you judge his height and he doesn't qualify for you. The same way he doesn't qualify for you, with your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
True.
Give me a second.
Why are you crying?
No, he's just...
I was never speaking down on you. I was speaking to the queen in you. All human beings, we got the fool in us, or the king or the queen in us. Like the man, he has a fool in him, but he also has a king in him. And that woman should always speak to the king in him. A woman has a fool in her, but she also has a queen in her. Me speaking to the fool in you would have been, you just as good as you are. Those guys are the problem. But I spoke to the queen in you. You could do much better than where you are now. But in this world, it's socially unacceptable for men to speak to the queen in a woman. If we speaking the truth to a woman, it's looked at, you're being negative. You're speaking down on me. You're shaming me. But this podcast no fugazi, so we gotta keep it real. All right.
True.
Let's go ahead and stop sharing that.
Don't play with Cooley.
What's your disagreements or your perspective on that?
I didn't see the second part of it. Now that you played the whole clip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got triggered at the first part. Let's stay with
because that's all they care about.
You definitely see that she's insecure. She's insecure. So when you started going in on her, like she believe the things that you're saying about her, she believes that about herself. She literally believes that physically she's not going to be able to be with nobody because she doesn't look like so-and-so standing over there with a toned, fit, and fine body. She believes that about herself, whether she verbalizes it or not. That's why she came at him and she attacked him about his height, which she knew was unfair. But I do like the fact that you came in and you were positive and you said to her, hey, look, this is a show that we do. I'm not going to sit up there and sugarcoat and say that to you. I like that you said that. But, and when I saw the first clip, I was like, oh, my God.
You just seen the first look.
Exactly.
You seen the first 30 seconds, and you got trigger rolling, and you was tone policing me like, oh, why is he so mean?
Yep.
You was a tone police. Just admit it, you were.
We get it. She's overweight, and a lot of men don't like overweight women. But you ain't got to sit up here and make her cry, but...
Yep. So now let's go over the truth of the matter. I never called her overweight.
He didn't exactly.
And I never called her fat. I didn't call her any words. I've done that on podcasts before. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just try something very different. And what I've learned is that it doesn't matter. Women don't care about, how you say things.
Yep.
No, that's a lie.
Yep.
They care about what is said, and women can't handle the truth.
Yep, they
Because I said it in the nicest way possible without calling her any names. I just said, hey, with your figure, most men, if they have a choice, they're not going to choose that.
Yep.
And I would disagree with what you said. I think that she doesn't actually believe that she is big. I don't think that she actually believes that. You said that no, she knows that she is. I think that she doesn't actually know, because when people truly know something and understand the truth about themselves, that's when they make a change. That's when they get into the gym and they start, making that behavior change. She doesn't know the truth. She's been lied to and coddled her whole life and has a lot of simps in her DMs that's pedestalizing her and never had a man to tell her that, hey, no, well, the reason why you don't have, 34 years old and you're a virgin and you're unmarried is because, one, you need to make some changes in your life. You need to change yourself. She couldn't take that truth. And that's the reason why she's only attracting men. She admitted on a podcast, she's only attracting men that she don't want. The men that she does want, she can't attract those guys. So that's the thing. She's only attracting simps. What's your thoughts on that?
I really don't. I can relate to her in so many ways. But I wouldn't, my thoughts would be...
Which way can you relate to her?
Just because she wants to date a man of a certain caliber, I don't really think, because I think what she's doing is she's accepting whatever. I can't have this, so I'll just take what I can get. Not to talk down on her, but I feel like that's.
I don't think that she is doing that because she's 34.
I don't think
a
so either.
34-year-old virgin, and she's 34 years old and she's a virgin. So I think she's extremely picky. I think that she's not taking what she can get. I think that she's so picky that she's disqualifying every guy because she wants this top tier guy, but
Yep.
that top tier guy doesn't want her.
Overweight.
And that was the topic of the discussion,
simple.
which that's reality, right? Like if a man wants something, right, but he's broke and living in his mom's basement, but he wants this model chick, you gonna laugh like, you stupid. You ain't gonna get her.
Yep.
Like y'all gonna clown that guy. But the thing is, we don't clown women that's like her. You know what I mean? Which I didn't do. I just gave her the reality of it. But just imagine if society didn't coddle women like they did,
Yep.
and they actually, gave women the truth, then women would be making subtle changes,
Well, anyway, to everybody in the comments that's saying I'm in my pajamas, I didn't know that he was gonna put me on here. I would have dressed better. And my eyebrows, yes, I drew them on, and they're a little.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't read the comments. Shouldn't read the comments. But we do got a super chat for you. So Angel Greg sends in $2. He says, "How much does she love her father?"
Who, me?
Yeah, how much do you love your daddy?
So I'm gonna be honest. My father and I, we really didn't have a strong relationship growing up. But that doesn't. I mean, that doesn't mean that I don't love him. I just really don't know him that well. I know who he is. We've dealt with each other on a couple of occasions, but I mean, I'm trying to figure out what was the basis of that question.
I could tell you the basis of that question. I understand why he asked that question. The reason why you had a problem with the beginning 30 or 40 seconds of the clip is because what Angel Griggs is observing, just like I'm observing as well, is that you don't really know how to digest a man's love, right? You don't know how to take in the truth. Men are very logical and analytical and tactical, right? So we are deductive problem solvers. When we speak, we don't speak like we speak to solve the problem. We don't speak to gossip or just bicker or ramble on. A real masculine man, we speak in like a father figure. He's like, "Okay, baby, what's up? You got that? Well, overcome it this way. Here's what I want you to do." Mom is kind of like, "Oh, what's going on? Come here, it's okay, baby. Like, it's okay." She coddles you, right? So what he observed is the same thing I observed, is that you're looking for women to be coddled, which is totally fine, right? This is why a nuclear family is so important, because the mother is there to coddle the children and let the children know that, hey, things are going to be okay, even when it seems that it's not going to be okay.
True.
Even when you fall down or you don't make that shot at the end of the game, I still love you. The father is there on the other side like, no, when you fall down, get back up, right? When you miss that shot, do better.
Yep.
Right? It's not coddled. So God's love is the closest thing to the Father's love. It's the closest thing.
True.
When you even think about Jesus and everything in the Bible, it's like, it's why does Jesus want to repent from our sins in order for us to make it to the promised land, right? That's so we can acknowledge what we did wrong and then change our behavior, and then we make it to the promised land, right? Now, the mother's love isn't truly about that. It's more of about just a full coddled approach. I love you regardless, no matter what you do, right? And it's not saying that the father doesn't love his child no matter what the child does. It's just like, you're not going to get those type of responses from a real father.
Yep.
And God is truly like that. Does that kind of make sense to you? Yeah.
Direct. The truth is the
that's
truth.
what, Andrew Griggs observed in yourself. I kind of observed the same thing, and, it makes sense because you weren't raised with the father. Totally fine. I wasn't raised with the father either. I left me when I was 5. The good thing about my situation, I had brothers and uncles, but I was a smart man and I learned, right? I was very wise to observe others and get knowledge outside of not having a father and seek God. You know what I mean?
True.
So, I mean, you could still get there, but are you in a relationship or no?
No.
Single? You single? What you doing single?
So maybe this will start a debate. If you want to debate, I was dating a guy.
Okay.
So I'm 34. He's 40.
Yeah.
I ended up going to his job because every time we have a conversation on the phone, he always runs from things. So I ended up going to his job, letting him know that we shouldn't pursue each other romantically anymore.
His job.
This man just went off. He was like, "You're the typical black woman. A man of your caliber would never want you." He was like, "If I was talking to a white woman, she would never do this." He was just going on and on.
Okay, so let me get that right. I missed a part. I'm sorry. So you said that you were in a relationship with him romantically, and what's the reason why you cut it off?
I said I didn't want to put. Well, yeah. I cut it off because I wrote a list of things that I really just didn't like.
In him?
Yes, I didn't like these things. So I feel like these are things that I've addressed previously that I really didn't like. And here we go. It's 2 months later, and those things are still happening. We might as well just not pursue. Because I told him, I said we can remain friends.
Got you. So it was just 2 months. You just gave it 2 months until he was like, "Darn, he's not changing. Let me cut it off."
But let me tell you this. This is where the debate is going to come in. So he said, "I'm better than most black men." I said, "How? You're like the way you are is what comes with a typical black man." So he has 2 kids by 2 different women. He lives with his mother, and he has somewhat of a decent job. So I told him, I said, when I started dating you, I came to you with nothing but me. I have college education. I'm also a nurse. I don't have any kids. I have my own place, and I have 2 cars.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at that, who's really like, because he always acted as though he was superior to me. He was like, because we would talk about things, and every time we would talk about things, he would always say something condescending. So I think that's kind of like where the issue came in. But I said those things not to sit up there and be, not to really just be negative and talk down on him, but I kind of said it to say, this is what we both have going on, and no matter what he had going on, I was going to accept him regardless. The fact that he made less money, the fact that he had kids was irrelevant.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix.
Okay. Question for you. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, no kids. And how many kids did he have?
He has 2.
He has 2. And who made more money between you 2?
Me.
You made more money? How much more do you think you made?
So, I mean, I don't know. I bring home after tax $2,000 a week.
Okay, and so he was bringing less than that. Fair enough. So it was only 2 months' time. And did he pay for the first date?
He's paid for every date we've been on.
He paid for every date you've been on. Is
That's
he taller
crazy.
than
you? He is. He's 6 feet.
6 feet. Do you believe that he's stronger than you?
I know he is.
You know he's stronger than you. He was tossing it around. Okay, makes sense. All right. Do you believe that he is? Who do you think is like, not book smart, but like overall smart? Like, who do you think that if someone asked both of you just a random question, who would have the answer to that question? You or him?
I believe we're equally matched that way.
Equally matched. Okay, so you both are competent.
I don't believe it.
I would say that he is your superior. He acted as though he was supposed to because he is your superior. And that's the thing, right? So in this modern day age, remember you asked when Myron was in the chat and we were speaking about that conversation with Myron, and he said stuff about, women with body counts and a multitude of other things. You confirmed it here that you want a man that can give you security, right? Because you said something like, well, I think, like, most women is kind of okay with 50-50 in a modern day age, right? Remember
Mm-hmm.
that conversation we had? But now you just confirmed that, well, no, you don't want anything that's 50-50. You want a man that is superior than you. You want a man that can, pay for all the bills pretty much. Or if not all of them, then most of them.
No, I didn't say that. Let me clarify what I meant. If a
Well,
man,
you also chose guy A in a scenario. Like, you chose the
You did.
guy A that is financially adequate, that he can provide and pay for everything and you can
Yep.
live a comfortable life, over guy B that is going to go 50-50. You said that you would choose guy A, right?
no.
You
May I?
didn't say it?
Will you allow
We
me?
got to rewind that back.
Will you allow me to clarify what I mean?
Go ahead. You could clarify.
If a guy wants to go 50-50 with his partner, that's fine. Because I did say,
No. With
whether
you.
he goes 50-50, it shouldn't really matter. I said, because as self-sufficient as the modern day woman is, she can really just pay her bills on her own. But when it comes to me, and let me how I feel about me, I don't really prefer 50-50. If I'm with someone, the only thing that I ask that he pay is rent.
Well, then why was it one of the first?
Clearly. Clearly. You make over $2,000 and the man make less and he pay for every date. You should be ashamed of yourself, girl. You should be ashamed of yourself. $2,000 after taxes you take home and you make the man pay for all of the dates. You should be ashamed of your blood clot self. Guys, remember what I always said. Pick your girl. Don't make your girl pick you. Pick your girl. I take care of my girl take care of me. I take care of my girl take care of me. I pour into my girl pour into me. If it's not that way, she's not your girl. Okay? She's just using you. It's simple. If you're gonna go on 4 or 5 dates and she never offer one of the date to pay for, she's just using you. You can call yourself a man all day, all you want. In life, you should always pay attention. You should always pay attention to see if a woman like you just as how you like her. Okay? And when a woman like you, she's not gonna just make you take care of everything all the time by yourself. Sometimes you're gonna want to take care of the stuff too. Why? Because she want to show how much she like you too. So don't be a fool bringing these ladies on date and pay for all the dates all the time. No. If you're gonna bring these ladies on date, you want to make sure that they like you just the same as how you liking them. Like they pour in you too. If they ain't pouring in you, the truth is, you just wasting your time. Let's get back into the video, boys.
First things that you said, like your main point of contention with your ex guy that you was dating for, 2 months. One of the first things that you said that was derogatory towards him was, like, he not even like all that. Like he don't make more money than me. Like, that
Yep.
was one of the first kind of things that you said.
Yes, sir.
That was negative on him.
Yep.
But now you're saying, you're like talking out of both sides of your cheeks. You're saying
True.
that, well, like, you don't want a man. You're okay with going 50-50 with a man, but then on the other side of your cheek, you had a man that was pretty much doing that, but you were treating him bad
Mm-hmm.
and speaking down on him.
Yep.
To hundreds of people as well on here.
That's fucking
So it's
crazy. That's crazy. Cause guys, if you think about it, this guy was paying. He was paying for all of the date. She's saying that this guy was making low income, and she's making more income, and this guy was doing better than her. This guy was doing so better. He was paying for all of the fucking dates, while she could have helped with the dates by paying for some of the date. These type of ladies have no heart. They got no blood clot heart. They are heartless. So that's the reason why I keep on telling you, man, to pay attention to the girl that you pick. You gotta pay attention. Because actions speak louder than words. You don't want to pick no woman just want to just take from you. Be smart, boys. Let's get back into the video.
Do you agree? Can we just admit that you do? Can you admit that you do want a man that is not going to go, like, if you had a choice, you would prefer a man that can fully provide for you? Can you admit that truth?
Yeah, I admit that. That's fine.
Of course.
And that's the thing. Like, as long as you can understand the true nature within yourself, then you'll be fine.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
the true nature within yourself, and I would say all women, you're hypergamous. So hypergamous just means that you want a superior, right? Now, he was a superior on all levels besides finances, right? All levels besides finances. And how old was that man?
40.
40.
40. Okay, a lot older than you then. Okay, makes sense. Well, fair enough. I would say that in regards to this, like, let's just think about it. 50, 60 years ago, our grandmothers, they loved Uncle Earl, despite all the inadequacies that he had. They truly, genuinely loved him. They weren't operating in their hypergamous nature so much. The world was much different. God was more involved in the world.
Yep.
And it was a strong nuclear family, so they knew how to digest the man's love. And you don't just need a man for money, right? That's not one of the main reasons why you need a man.
Yep.
One of the main reasons why you need a man isn't for security. All the things that encompasses security. One of the things that people don't speak about why women truly need a man is because women truly don't know how to, generally speaking, lack the ability to regulate their emotions, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at everything, generally speaking, not you per se, but, just generally, you look at everything, the glass is half empty instead of half full, right? So you truly do need a man to help you regulate your emotions. Men are the rock for your emotions to fall on.
True.
You're allowed to be vulnerable with your man because
True.
it's just how you perceive the world in a much negative way because you are higher in trait neuroticism. So you feel more negative emotions. So you need a man. The security, yes, but you also need a man because you need a rock to fall on when you going crazy and psychotic.
Yep.
One of the reasons why is because that's your natural state as well. Let's just think about it from a general standpoint. Why are most women so attracted to, like, they're not attracted to, like, corn, Porn, like men are. They're not attracted to sexuality like men are so much. You're attracted to gossip and chaos. Like scary movies, women go see scary movies. Niggas don't really care about scary movies. Gossip movies and stuff like that, Hollywood Housewives, what is it, Love and Hip Hop, and all of those shows with just Gossip Girls, all of the shows on Zeus and all of that.
Baddies. My girl
that's
love to
all
watch that
drama,
show.
and women like to watch that.
Yep.
Well, why are you looking for drama and chaos? Because it's in your nature that's what you're attracted to.
Yep.
It's also in your nature to, that's what you're kind of attracted to in a man, right? You're not attracted to the good guys in a man. Good guys, you're boring. I don't want the good guy. I want the bad boy.
But
the bad boy who
not
can
Will
tame
Smith.
himself.
Bad
right?
boys.
You want to try to tame that bad boy. So even with your mating attraction triggers, you're attracted to chaos in men. This is why, most young girls, they say that they're mature, but they're not as mature because they're going for all the men, the drug dealers, the guys that, have a whole lot of tattoos, the guys that have all of these, bad characteristic traits, but they're very appealing to the woman. It's like, wow, I can feel a vibe. It's hard to, you look for a mystery man, and those bad boys, it creates that mystery.
Yep.
Chaos is mystery. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's that in relationships, how women kind of mate strategize towards, and then also in just period life and everything. What are you attracted to? You're attracted to gossip and chaos. Does that make sense? So this is why you need a man to help self-regulate yourself.
I
you truly need a man. Like security, yes, but you need a man just for yourself, or you're gonna become delusional. Well, women are generally pretty much delusional, but you're gonna cause chaos in your own mind. Make sense? Or
your workflow is important to us. Please wait indefinitely.
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform,
agree or disagree?
It makes sense. I agree to disagree. I don't.
Okay, fair enough.
Where, women like bad boys.
You don't think women like bad boys?
High school, I was always attracted to nerds and squares. They never liked me.
She's just talking bullshit now, boys. She's just talking bullshit now, boys. Every blood clot woman that walk this planet, they all love one type of guy. Bad boys. That's who they love. I promise you. That nerd talk is just talking. I've been living on this planet for 41 years. And believe me when me tell you, I'm speaking from experience. That's who they love, and that's who they always gonna pick. Don't ask me. Ask Mary J. Blige. She sing the blood clot song. She sing the song. Bad boys ain't no good. Good boys ain't no blood clot fun. She sing the song. Who you think she choose in the end of the song? Bad boys. I'm not talking about Will Smith. He's a bitch. Jada Pinkett treat him like a little girl. I'm not talking about Will Smith. I'm talking about real bad boys. Player. Men that understand the nature of woman. Men that put themselves around woman and the regular. And I'm speaking from experience, as I could just easily say I'm that type of guy. I put myself around a lot of women in my whole life growing up as a kid. So I understand the nature of them. Women like toxic. Men don't like toxic. I mean, most men nowadays, they like toxic. But the truth is, if you ask any man, they will choose peace over toxic. But women like a little bit of toxic. So that's the reason why bad boys, that's how we came in. That's how bad boy came in. Bad boys came in because women like a little bit of toxic. It doesn't matter how quiet and sweet your woman is. I got a beautiful girlfriend. Super quiet, super sweet, super feminine, super soft, she talks super soft. But she still poke a little bit here and there just to get the bad boyness out of me. It's just who they are in nature. They always gonna pick the bad boy. They like a man that can tell them, don't fuck around. I have no time for that bullshit. For whatever reason, they like to hear a little bit of that. And they like to search your phone just to see you texting some girl. That's another level of toxic. But I'm just saying, it's just who they are in nature. You have to keep them guessing. You have to keep their mind running. I never met a woman in my whole life just want to relax and watch TV and hang out with their man. There is time for that. But they cannot do that for a whole year straight. They cannot do that even for a whole month straight. They have to start some type of drama while you and them together. That's the reason why they say woman cannot live with them, cannot live without them. Because no matter what you do as a man, I just told you, my girlfriend, super quiet, super sweet, soft spoken, but she still find ways to test me just to see if I'm going to lose my power here or lose my power there. It's toxic behavior, but that's what they love. Tupac died how many years ago, and who Jada Pinkett still going crazy over? Tupac. She ain't worrying about no Will Smith. Not because he do the movie Bad Boys. That nigga ain't no bad boy. When he sit, he always cut his leg like this, like a girl. He don't sit like a blood clot man and look around the room. He always have his foot like this, like a little girl laughing. That's why Jada Pinky don't show him no respect. So for all of that said, they're always gonna choose bad boys. So you can be a good boy all you want. When it come on to woman, every man need to learn this one thing. This is very important. Everything for a woman is the opposite. Everything for a woman is the opposite. You can think this for your girl, you can think that for your girl. But remember what I just said. Everything when it come on to a woman is the blood clot opposite. It's not what you think. It never fail. When you've been around enough woman, you will understand these things. Everything for a woman is the opposite. Everything. And that's the way it's gonna always be. Because women never know what they want. They can tell you this today and they can tell you this tomorrow. So with that said, just keep the roller coaster going. Just keep it like this. Because that's who they are in nature. You get me? I'm not saying you have to go like this with them. I'm just saying they can go like this all they want, but you have to keep firm as a man and stay leading. Because that's who you are. For the day you was created, you're supposed to be a leader as a man. So you listen when you think, okay, my girl is talking about something. Never forget about your role. Your role is you're a leader, provider, protector. Don't forget the role. So with that said, bad boy are always gonna win. Yeah, bad boys are always gonna win. It never fail. They're always gonna win. And the next thing I want to say about this about this video, I know she's reading the chat while she's listening, but at the same time I still find her very amazing on this video. She listen and she's very soft. She's kind of soft. She's not really a loud black woman. She's very soft spoken and she's very humble. So I want to really give it to her as a beautiful lady. That I love the way you carry yourself through this whole video. You know what I mean? I know you're reading the chat, but you still take your time and listen what Cooley you have to say through this whole video. So with that said, shout out to this lady right here for for our calmness and for our, she being very respectable. You know what I mean? Shout out to her. Guys, that's it for the video. And as I said, I've been sick for 3 weeks. You can hear it in my voice. My voice is super hoarse. And if you wonder why I'm drinking water, the reason why I'm drinking water is because of my voice. It's very messed up right now. But the truth is, as I said, we cannot stop making these videos. We cannot stop reacting to these videos. So I'm just gonna keep going. Neither though my voice is messed up. Guys, wherever you are in the world, I want you to have a beautiful day. And wherever you are in the world, I want you to have a beautiful night. And remember, keep God as the center in your life as long as you are living. And remember, the most important thing is to build a relationship with the Lord. You always want to know where your blessing is coming from. You always want to know where your blessing is coming from. And if you want to know where your blessing is coming from, you have to build a relationship with the Creator, with the Almighty that creates you. You have to build a relationship with the Lord. It's the only way you're going to know where you're going, and it's the only way you're going to know God is the one that blessing you. Okay? So keep God as the center, and please read your Bible if you can read, and if you cannot read, remember God is not too hard to find. He's right here. The only reason why you can move around is because God is in the body. So God is never too far away for you to speak to. He's right here in this body that you have. So with that said, love you guys. Have yourself a beautiful night. Have yourself a beautiful day. Like, share, subscribe. Hopefully I get my voice back. Hopefully I get my voice back soon. But for right now, this is the voice I'm using. It's very messed up. Don't like it, but we're gonna get back in these videos, and we will get better and better and better and better. So with that said, like, share, subscribe. Love you guys. Have yourself a great, 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 great night wherever you are.